unique features. It can be anything. Suppose, for example, let us consider a regular poultry business, alright? But in that poultry business, if they incorporate any kind of technology or innovation into that, so that converts into a startup, alright? So you just got a basic idea, right? The difference between a startup and a business. That's one factor, innovation, alright? Uniqueness. The second factor is social impact. What kind of social impact they are generating? What kind of social impact they are providing to the society? Alright. So social impact. What do you understand by social impact? Based on these competitions or the criteria, we select these startups. And what are these competitions and criteria? Can anybody point it out? Like, I guess few of you have already mentioned the key criteria or the factors that we go through the startups profile so that we can scrutinize them and evaluate them and select them for our cohort batches. So can any one of you just list down the few criteria or the key factors that we go through for the startups evaluation process?
It should be unique.
Yes, number one, innovation.
Yeah.
So that's the number one criteria that we go through all the profiles for getting them selected into our incubation program. Number two. Sorry? Sorry?
Risk taking?
Not risk taking actually. Maybe solution generation. Right? Viable solution generation. It shouldn't be something like, out of the box, but it should be a viable and validated as well. Okay? Third,
Scope for scalability.
scalability, right? Right. Do you understand what is scalability? What is scalability? You tell me what is scalability. You have to go through our website as well. So there are certain minimalistic lines or the brief profiles that we have shared over there. So I think it's better you can go through that profiles because it can.
How you can.
I already mentioned my 3D selfie. There is another startup called Automobile. So this basically they are a garage aggregator firm. So they basically handles the databases and the garage aggregators of all 4 metro cities: Hyderabad, Delhi, Bangalore, Guwahati. Okay, so there are certain profiles: DSRL, My 3D Selfie, Automobile. I can name few everything services. They are into smart microclimate monitoring system. Then there are another startup called Little Machines. They are into developing of microscope, portable microscope. Basically, you have seen microscope of this huge size, right? So there are some portable microscopes as well. Then there is another startup called S.B.Deorah. They are into developing of prosthetic hand, prosthetic arm for the handicapped people. Then there are few other startups like EV Boot. So they are into electric vehicle mobility. So they are creating charging points across Assam, across Guwahati. Guwahati they have around 80 plus EV vehicle charging booths, and there are 300 plus EV charging booths across Assam.
It's like petrol pump. People are investing money and acquiring the.
Not petrol pump. It's basically EV charging
I'm
booths.
not saying that one. The EV charging would be already by announced company which
Right.
they are making, right? That would be Tata or something else.
No, they
are just
develop their own charging booths.
Outlet, doesn't it? Like a
No, not an outlet exactly. It's basically a booth. Yeah, it's a booth, micro booth. So they install it everywhere.
They are just installing.
They're installing it and they're also
Everything
developing
is
the
getting from
thing.
any other company which is making it.
Sorry?
And whatever the requirements will be there to set up that EV
Right.
points,
Hmm.
charging points, that is, they will get it by the companies. Like if
Which companies?
whatever EV batteries or charging points, like Tata is making a lot of
Right.
charging points
Right.
in some other countries, like Tesla is making. So what I'm trying to mean is like, for example, Easer, the petrol pump, Indian Oil, it's like a common people, not common people, the rich people. He's putting money and just getting that tag of the company, and he's owning that particular petrol pump, not the whole idea and reputation. So how can that could be? That could be.
So you want unemployed or to the skilled laborers, alright, unskilled laborers, skilled laborers. They're providing some kind of training and development, which results into which makes them eligible to get hired into a startup team, right? So that's a social impact that they are generating. So basically 3 to 4 types of social impact that a startup can generate for the society's development, alright? Okay, so basically Assam startup the best. So we sector of startup that we support, alright? So basically Assam Startup the Nest is sector agnostic incubation center. Sector agnostic as in we support all sectors of startups except tobacco, liquor and drugs. These are the 3 exempted industries or the sectors that we don't support. Apart from that, any startup from agriculture, technology, handicrafts, tourism, robotics, any sector, right? We support all such startups who belong to any of such sectors. Prior to that, they need to qualify all these criteria, these 5 criteria that I mentioned. Okay, so that's it. The overall picture of Assam Startup the Nest, and like we provide them the trainings and the boot camps on various business related topics. We also provide the market connects, exhibition connects, alright, funding connects, investor connects. But the funding and the investor connects happens after a period of evaluation. So once the startups are onboarded or once the startups are selected to be a part of Assam Startup the Nest, they go through all these trainings and assessments, alright. So post 6 months or maybe post 1 year, we do certain kind of assessments, evaluation. They need to give an exam, okay, so that they can, only the top performer startups can get connected to the investors or the funding agencies. So that's how the process runs. And as I've mentioned, cohort. What do you understand the cohort? Cohort is basically the batch. For example, likewise we have cohort 1, 2, 3, right? So batch 1, batch 2, batch 3. So far we have supported 3 batches of 255, and as of now we have already onboarded the 4th cohort, the 4th batch of 103 startups.